back to the Magic Beans YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be talking Baby Bjorn, the One Carrier. Now, we're going to talk about this in a bunch of carriers, but if you have other questions or even product demos you want us to record for you, please reach out to us by either leaving a comment down at the bottom or calling 617-383-8259 and telling us what videos you want or if you have questions, or even really just email us at questionsandbeans.com and any one of our helpful staff will take good care of you. Now, moving on to the carrier, this is again, as we said, Baby Bjorn, which I think for anybody watching this video, half of us were probably raised inside a Baby Bjorn carrier at one point or not. They've been out for a very long time. And with very good reason, the carriers by Baby Bjorn are some of the most popular in the world. This one is relatively new, about 4 or 5 years, but it's become one of their big instant hits, and it's replaced a lot of their previous collection with how easy it is to put on and how good the back support is nowadays. To get this guy on is actually really simple. We're gonna start with this one like a big t-shirt. You're gonna put your hands inside the carrier and you're gonna actually put your head right through that hole right there. So go down, head in, and squeeze it down over your body, just like this. Now take a second to make sure that all the straps stay on the right side. I do find sometimes the straps that go over your rib area can invert a little bit when it goes over your head. Beyond that, everything kind of lines up really easily, pretty much the first time you put the carrier on. Now to do the waist belt here, you have a non-traditional clip. Instead of giving you that kind of backpack buckle, they give you these two little graspers and they just chain onto each other really nice and easily. And you're gonna do that out behind your back there, really good. And then you're gonna tighten it up to whatever tightness you want it to be. Some people like it a little bit snug. Some people go a touch looser, but I would still make it a little bit more on the snug side to make sure that it holds the weight of the child on the bones in your hips and it's not your lower back doing too much of the work. So for the carrier itself, to get everybody in there and situated, you have 4 clasps. Over here, you have 2 on either collarbone. Lift those up and they come up, and they're really just going to be one button that you then lift upward to take them off the actual carrier. For the ones in your belly area, you're gonna squeeze the button and then push into the center of the carrier. So button, center of the carrier, and we'll see if it lets me take this off. Maybe we'll just do one at a time and that's fine. Now when they're all done, this carrier is gonna come and just entirely flop forward, and that's totally correct. To get a baby in here, we want to have a lot of open space, and we're going to ask Chester over here to help us out once again with this carrier. So again, we're going to do newborn carry with Chester facing in toward mama here. Put them on your chest. Make sure not to put their face in the little buckles, which by the way, these buckles actually do have a little bit of a casing on them to make sure that there's a fabric between the baby and the buckles, so there's nothing abrasive at all. Now that we're holding Chester, we're going to separate his little hips, and one hand holds him and the other goes behind him to put the carrier on. At this point, I do like to do up the buckles at the top just to get them out of the way. And then after this, we're gonna find the buckle receptacle in the front of the carriers, and this piece here, put it in front and farther inward, and then drag backwards. Once again, you're gonna put that carrier buckle in the center of the carrier and drag backwards. Really simple, just like that. Little Chester's arms here are a little uneven, so we're just gonna fish them out and put them right back into his little face and cheek area to keep him nice and comfortable. If you do wanna see a baby ever get really upset at you, just take their hands and pin them down by their sides. They do not care for it typically that often. Now, if I feel under his hips here, even without a bathroom mirror in front of me, I can feel that they are or are not symmetrical, so I'm gonna take them and just wrap them around my waist. Now Chester is 10 pounds, but he's actually a little bit longer than the average 10-pound baby is. So if you see his little feet, they wrap around you, but they're kind of going straight up, and they're not getting that 90-degree bend in the knee that we want them to. So Baby Bjorn put on the very base of here 2 zippers, one there and one over here, there. And when you open them, you can allow their legs to kind of hang down just a little bit. When babies have very small pelvises, they don't need so much wide support, they just need enough support that they can bend their knees. Now Chester can fit in here. His knees will bend at the bottom, he'll sit up here nicely. His little weight is situated nice and high on my body. There's no hanging or dragging down of anything. But if you put it on and find that he's kind of swinging a little bit, or there's too much slack in the shoulder straps, these straps here, again, they have a flat tip to them. These straps, you can pull them forward to bring his body really close to you nicely for a really good tight fit. To get out of the carrier later on, remember you can always take that little plastic piece that they're attached to, flip that backward, and everything will loosen up really nicely with just one hand. So this is the Baby Bjorn One Carrier. This is Chester. That is his adjustable headrest there. And if you have any further questions about how to use this with a newborn or an older kid even, you can always reach out to us at any of those platforms. So, thank you for watching. This is the Baby Bjorn One Carrier. Have a great day, guys.